Go to the ant, consider her ways, and be wise. Two ways you can spell the word ant, A-N-T, which is here, Proverbs 6, verse 6, but also A-U-N-T, and that's the point of the Vesper today. I had 5 aunts, 2 of whom are still alive. Aunt Pat up in Sherman, Karen and John's mom, and then Aunt Tish out in Gladstone, New Mexico. Her son Cooper lives with her, and the mom, of course, of Spencer, Christy, Liz, and Cooper. My dad had 2 sisters, Janice and Patsy. They both married farmers. Aunt Janice married a wheat farmer in Kansas, Aunt Patsy a corn farmer in Iowa. I remember Aunt Patsy for her humor, her laughter, loved to have a good time, loved to play games, play cards, Shanghai rummy, just great. We loved to visit, loved to be together. They had a fantastic garden there in Zering, Iowa, and man, she could bake a rhubarb pie. Aunt Janice, I think about how hardworking she was. She never sat still, always on the move, on the tractor, pushing the Hoover, the vacuum cleaner. Her cream potatoes and her homemade ice cream. She'd go to the Amish and get the cream and put all that stuff together. And we just had a delightful time. While on the one hand, Aunt Patsy loved to tell a joke. Aunt Janice never got a joke. But anyway, lovely women. Aunt Pat, Uncle Jack died early, but I remember Aunt Pat talking to me. Her older child, Karen, and I are very close in age and grew up together, played chess, rode bikes. There's some really cute pictures of us together. And I remember Aunt Pat telling me that when my mom would go get some medical treatment in Galveston, the family would leave Corpus, then drop me off there in Aransas Pass, and she and Uncle Jack would look after me, and for that care and concern and consideration. And even the nights that I was trying to draw my 6-gun against Matt Dillon on Gunsmoke, she was always very understanding. Of course, Aunt Janie in the Rio Grande Valley married Uncle Hugo. He too was a farmer, cotton farmer. I remember the radio playing in the kitchen. I remembered the pinto beans on the stove. Always a lot of fun, a lot of activity with those 4 cousins, Corky, Jackie, Jan, and Susie. And then Aunt Tish married Uncle Dub. Kind of interesting, both Jack and Dub were early in their careers football coaches and then later went into administration. But Aunt Tish, life was always good, you know. She traveled a lot with Uncle Dub in his jobs in hospital administration, Colorado, Nebraska, New Mexico, Alaska, Hawaii. Think about that. I mean, going from Alaska to Hawaii and loving them both. And we just have nothing but fond memories. In fact, we live near each other in San Antonio, Texas. We were on Wellesley and a block over. They lived on Bryn Mawr. And nothing but fond memories with those cousins, Spencer, Christy, Liz, and Cooper. Anyway, the book of Proverbs says, consider the ant. Go to the ant, consider her ways, and be wise. And I can honestly say, from all of my aunts, I have learned. Janice, Patsy, Pat, Janie, and Tish. Special bless for Aunt Pat and Aunt Tish, still living. May God be merciful unto the rest upon that day, and may the good Lord bless all of their families. Today, I'm grateful. The wise things I've learned from those godly women, and may the good Lord be praised. Go to the ant, consider her ways, and be wise. God bless you. Have a good evening.